your body can sometimes fall into deep, natural slumber with just a few little adjustments, which is significantly more effective than using sleeping medications every night. Almost all elders in our dear India have experienced the familiar feeling of laying in bed at 10 p.m. and staring at the ceiling until 3 a.m. Even when the ceiling fan is humming softly and the lights are off, the mind won't stop. Before we start, I kindly ask that you take a time to write a kind remark underneath this video. It might be as simple as, "I deserve peaceful sleep every night," or it could be whatever you truly want for your personal health and well-being. This simple gesture serves as a gentle reminder to yourself that getting enough sleep is important. Please click like and share this content with a friend or loved one if you find it relevant. Auntie Lakshmi, who frequently wakes up at 2 in the morning, or Uncle Shama next door could be interested. Remember to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of the small suggestions that can result in better sleep, better health, and a lighter, more tranquil existence every day. You can't stop thinking about your grandson's wedding next year, Dr. Sharma's new prescription, or this month's electricity bill. Lack of sleep not only leaves you exhausted the following day, but it also subtly erodes your body and soul and robs you of the contented happiness that this phase of life should bring. However, I'm going to share with you today a really easy technique that might put you to sleep in a matter of minutes. This is not one of those alleged tricks that you come across online. These are actual, scientifically supported procedures that are employed by army personnel, yogis in Rishikesh during profound meditation, and even in well-known wellness centers in Hyderabad, Pune, and Kochi. We'll discover the real causes of your inability to go asleep, as well as how, without the need of any medication, your body can gradually return to its resting state. Let's now gradually move into a question that many of us have encountered. Why does sleep seem to elude us more and more as we age? Our elders in India have long practiced going to bed and waking up early. Even Uncle Ravi in Kolkata and Auntie Sita in Ahmedabad, however, find themselves lying awake after the age of 55, even though they are drinking warm haldi milk and listening to the distant temple bells ringing at night. In actuality, insomnia encompasses more than just the inability to shut your eyes. Numerous little changes, hormone imbalances, emotional stress, or minor environmental disruptions might cause it. Furthermore, it frequently doesn't hit older folks. Suddenly, it silently creeps in day by day, turning peaceful sleep into a luxury. Some elders lie down, but their thoughts keep wandering, whether it's about their son's bank loan, Dr. Patel's prescription, or the impending wedding. Because the brain is unable to switch off due to these racing thoughts, sleep keeps slipping away. Everyday routines can also inadvertently interfere with sleep. The brain receives the incorrect message when you check your phone for news before bed, drink a strong masala chai at 5 o'clock in the evening, or leave the bedroom light on all night. Bedtime has not yet arrived. We don't even understand how important the sleeping environment is. Melatonin, the hormone that helps control your body clock, is produced by the pineal gland in the brain and can be inhibited by a small amount of street light coming through the curtain, outside honking, or the gentle creaking of an old ceiling fan. Sleep is disturbed when melatonin levels are off. You might find it difficult to get back into that restorative sleep after waking up around midnight. Sleep is the cornerstone of healing, despite its seemingly simple nature. Emotions are reset, the brain is cleared, and the body heals. Prolonged sleep deprivation can weaken the heart, impair memory, and even cause premature aging in our minds and spirits, in addition to our bodies. Therefore, as we start to comprehend the cause of insomnia, we can gradually start to retrace our sleep patterns, which include evenings spent on a wooden cot with grandma's lullaby, lulling us to sleep, and the gentle sounds of crickets outside. It's time to start the delicate process of inviting sleep back now that we know why it keeps slipping away without warning. No need for costly medications or sophisticated equipment. Sometimes a few minor changes are all that is required. Every small adjustment matters, whether it's how our bedroom feels, what we eat for dinner, or how we relax before bed. Examine your own sleeping quarters. It doesn't have to resemble an opulent Mumbai hotel suite. Just like those early winter evenings in Shimla, It must be quiet, dark, and comfortably cool. Generally speaking, a temperature of 18 to 20 degrees Celsius is optimal for sound sleep. Our bodies receive a silent message when the air's quiet and the light goes out. It's time to relax. At that point, our brain's pineal gland starts to release melatonin, a hormone that helps us fall asleep naturally and gently, just like a toddler does after a satisfying meal. Try using a thick curtain, like those found in home temples, or even a soft cotton eye cloth if the light from passing cars or street lamps is troubling you. It might not seem like much, but the impact is strong. But the window isn't the only source of light these days. Our cell phones are directly in our hands. Did you know that even a brief period of time spent on YouTube or browsing WhatsApp before bed can interfere with the sleep signals your body has been subtly accumulating? The brain is tricked by the blue light from the screen into believing that it is still daylight, which causes the eyes to remain open and the mind to remain active. Setting a digital switch off time and turning off all electronics at least an hour before bed is therefore beneficial. Instead, transport yourself back to the peacefulness of the night, maybe to the steady beat of the ceiling fan lulling you to sleep, or the distant sound of evening chanting from the Hanuman temple. Your dinner also matters. Your stomach will continue to work hard while you try to fall asleep if you eat too late or consume a large masala-fried meal. A glass of joyful prasad wine during a memory ceremony or a late-night cup of black tea may seem innocuous, but they might cause restless sleep and frequent nighttime awakenings. And here's a great recommendation from Dr. Joshi in Pune, who has helped a lot of elderly people get a good night's sleep. 1 to 2 hours before going to bed, take a warm bath. Your body instinctively understands when it cools down later. It's time to relax. Everything is prepared. That's all. Nothing difficult. Just some tenderness for yourself, a small supper, a phone put away early, and a space that feels soft. Following all of the advice we have given, from lighting and daily routines to bedroom temperature and light meals, there is one last but crucial component that might help you sleep better: consistency. The human body has a finely tuned internal clock, whether you're a young person in Delhi or you're in Jaipur. It doesn't like sudden changes. Your body becomes confused and your sleep is disturbed if you go to bed at 10 p.m. tonight, but remain up until almost 1 a.m. tomorrow while watching a mythical movie or listening to the Ramayana on the radio. Because of this, one of the most effective treatments is what our elders referred to as routine. As a soft promise to yourself, rather than a rigid rule, decide on a bedtime and wake-up time that work for you. Make time for sleep at night just as sacred as you would in Gujarat, where you might sip on a cup of masala chai at 6 a.m. while observing the sunrise from your terrace. After a few weeks, your body will naturally feel drowsy at that hour, even if it could feel a little strange at first. No medication, no reminders, just a good habit coming back naturally. The next phase is to turn inward after your room has cooled, the lights have gone down, and your stomach feels light. Despite the fact that we sometimes forget it, connect with your breath, heartbeat, and the calm serenity that always exists within. You can apply these 3 really easy yet powerful tactics in your own bedroom. First of all, yoga schools in ancient southern India have been practicing alternate nostril breathing, or Nadi Shodhana Pranayama in Sanskrit, for thousands of years. You may have noticed folks performing this mild exercise in Patna's parks at the break of day. You can naturally relax your nervous system by closing one nostril and breathing through the other, then switching. It reduces cortisol, which makes it easier to fall asleep. The second is counting your breaths, which helps divert your mind from rambling thoughts about the news of the evening or your family responsibilities. Simply count from 1 to 10 with each breath while lying down, then go back to 1 if your thoughts stray. You may even count from 100 to 1 in reverse. The emotional center of the brain is calmed by this soft attention, which naturally creates a peaceful environment for sleep. The third technique is the sacred 4-7-8 breath, which was made popular by Ayurvedic friend Dr. Andrew Weil. We refer to it as a natural tranquilizer. Take a 4-second breath via your nose, hold it for 7, and then gently exhale for 8 seconds through your mouth, simulating putting out a lamp flame. Your heart will feel at ease, your muscles will relax, and your thoughts will settle down after you've repeated the pattern a few times. From Pune and Kochi to Canada, a lot of individuals utilize it in place of sleeping medications. I'm aware that it is difficult to get back to deep sleep at this age, but if we start with little steady steps, anything is possible. A set bedtime, deliberate, steady breathing, a cool, peaceful bedroom, and positive self-talk. Please feel free to tell Mr. Mehta in Ahmedabad or Mrs. Savita in the neighboring hamlet, who, like you, wants peaceful nights, what you think of these methods. Please click like and subscribe if you would want to follow along with me as we continue our adventure with more gentle health and sleep advice. With a warm cup of tea, a mindful breath, and heartfelt wishes for a good night's sleep, we shall reconnect every week. Recall that we cannot force ourselves to sleep. We extend this invitation out of self-love. If the breathing or counting exercises we covered earlier haven't put you to sleep yet today, I'd like to give one more unique technique that is very easy to use yet highly powerful. It's a method that was originally taught in the U.S. military, where it was necessary to fall asleep in the middle of pandemonium and shooting. Soldiers were taught to sleep anywhere, at any time, even when bombs were detonating close by during the war. As a result, they learned how to go to sleep in just 2 minutes. Just their own body and thoughts. No medication, no calming music. The good news is that millions of people employ this technique every night in the comfort of their own homes all around the world. Additionally, you can start this practice tonight, just as you would unwind on a soft, comfortable, and familiar Indian cotton bed. Lie down and let your body to sink into the mattress. Start with the face, which frequently contains our most intense feelings. Shut your eyes gently. Imagine removing the stress from your eyebrows, the stiffness around your lips, and the concerns from your forehead. Allow your forehead to relax, your cheeks to soften, and your lips to slightly separate. The brain gets the signal that I'm resting when the face is expressionless. Then, let your shoulders fall, as though a weight has been subtly removed. Allow your fingers, wrists, and arms to become light so they can float without gripping. It could feel like warm water trickling down your hands from your shoulders. Now focus on your stomach and chest, where your breath flows like gentle waves along the shore of Goa. Breathe deeply, but don't force it. Instead, let it happen naturally. Imagine letting go of the day's burden with each exhale. Your body starts to genuinely rest as your heartbeat slows and your stomach relaxes. Lastly, look down at your legs, starting from the thighs and working your way down to the ankles and each toe. Imagine everything slowly shutting down, like a quiet house following evening prayers. You can feel weightless, as though you're floating among the clouds, with no stress or heaviness until your body's completely relaxed. But occasionally, the mind persists even when the body's prepared. At that point, your imagination becomes your best friend. Imagine yourself resting in a verdant Tamil Nadu paddy field with the aroma of fresh grass filling the air and a gentle breeze stroking your hair. Or imagine a peaceful beach with just the soft waves grazing the sand and no people in the area. The more vivid your imagination, the more your thoughts float into sleep like a boat flowing downstream, away from the troubles of the day. Sound might act as a comforting blanket for your spirit if you want to go to sleep more quickly. The sounds of a mountain stream moving, the patter of rain, or the rustle of leaves could be as recognizable and reassuring as those found in the hills of Sikkim or the villages of Gujarat. To calm the mind and reduce tension, you may even try 432 Hertz music or brainwave tones, which are frequently used in deep meditation. There are also podcasts, such as Sleep With Me or Nothing Much Happens, that reassure you that you are not alone by gently delivering stories in slow, soothing tones. It's like a friend whispering next to you in the dark, If you want something more individualized, applications like Headspace or Calm Insight Timer provide quiet chants, Indian classical soundtracks, or guided meditations to help you get back to a really peaceful state. This method is a natural gift that can help you sleep deeper without coercion or frustration, but it does not take the place of medical care. Try it for a few minutes tonight. Perhaps share it with a neighbor or fellow elder who's also looking for a pleasant place to sleep if it works for you. And please think about clicking, such as leaving a remark and subscribing to this channel. If you would like to receive more such kind, considerate advice, I will come back every week to walk with you on this road of aging with care, in silence, and with a great deal of respect. Because sometimes we just need to learn how to let go, rather than trying harder to fall asleep. And then, like an old friend coming home, sleep will come. Sometimes, taking a medication or doing difficult exercises won't provide you a good night's sleep. If you apply it at the correct time, it can come from your own imagination. A soothing technique that is frequently referred to as guided imagery for sleep can be exactly what your mind requires. Dear Elder, close your eyes and visualize a place that is truly tranquil, where you feel secure, at ease, and burden-free. Maybe it's a calm beach in Puri, with lovely waves lapping against the sand and a pleasant sea wind blowing through your hair. Or perhaps it's a little garden behind your Pune house, where you used to sip your morning tea while seeing the roses blooming and the sparrows waking the day. It might even be a vast, open rice field with no people, no noise, no traffic, just you, the open sky, and the peaceful silence that you recall from early mornings in a Bengali hamlet. These pictures aren't merely fantasies. They assist you in removing yourself from the bustle of everyday life, removing your concerns and directing your thoughts toward relaxation as though they were being gently ushered back to a familiar and secure location. Here's a quick mental exercise you may play if your mind is still racing like a ceiling fan that won't stop. Consider a fruit, animal, or other item for every letter from A to Z. This easy rhythm, which goes from apple to zebra, subtly shifts your thoughts out of tense patterns and into a more relaxed one. What I refer to as visual jumbling is another useful technique that many elders in Delhi and Gujarat like. Imagine a bullock wagon, an umbrella, a monkey, a warm cup of chai, and a few other random objects. The brain quits attempting to analyze and gradually relaxes when presented with visuals that lack logic or significance. Sleep frequently enters that area of mental calm like a kind visitor. You see, getting enough sleep is not a fight. For writers who learn to let go, it is a natural reward. Give up worrying. Relax and have faith that your body will accomplish what it was designed to do. Therefore, trust that your body will appreciate you taking the time to try one of these approaches tonight. And if this message made your evening a bit more comfortable or worthwhile, I encourage you to click, like, and leave a sincere comment or just write, "I deserve a good night's sleep." Remember to subscribe to this channel so that I can sit next to you every week, even if it's only to say hello and share a little something that will help us live well, sleep soundly, and feel as calm as the steps of a temple at dawn. Namaste, and have a restful night's sleep.